it is late. It is so late. I could not sleep tonight without doing this. I'm literally recovering from surgery, and I saw this about Keith's death. I didn't know Tay Keith. I had heard about a dispute this year, but never saw his face and never put two and two together with he and Sexy Red and all the music that he um, did for artists in hip hop. I really want to be led of the Lord on what I say tonight and not treat it any kind of way, because I know my heart is really grieved from hearing this, and I know I feel like I have the heart of God when it comes to things that he is really deeply hurt and sad about. So I wanted to do this justice before I went to bed, and I don't care if I'm tired. I've been up going through videos on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram all night tonight, and I really wanted to just go to sleep, but I couldn't. I could not just not get on here and do this video some justice before I went to sleep, because I know if I don't do this, I won't do it. If I don't do this tonight, I won't do it, and then I'll feel like I did a disservice to this young man. First of all, this young man's from Memphis. I used to live in Memphis, Tennessee. And it makes me think of my cousins that grew up in Memphis, and my family is from Tennessee. My mom and dad, rather, they're from Tennessee. And I moved from up north and lived in Tennessee in Memphis for a few years. And I didn't know this young man myself, but I do know from watching videos today that he graduated from, I think, MTSU and got his degree. And he was a producer that was very, very qualified, got his accolades, and was famous in the hip hop community. So I want to, first of all, pay my condolences to his family. And I secondly want to make sure that I give him flowers tonight. Thirdly, I'm going to make sure that I talk about what this is meaning to me and what it means to the black community, and what it means to Memphis, and what it means to our artists, and what it means in the time that we're in, to what it means with the price of fame, how much the price of fame costs, and what people are really willing to pay for it. People that are, people are taking money and they are living this life that they're living right now. They're taking money and worshiping money, and they're sacrificing these souls, these people with these this aura, these chosen vessels are being sacrificed. Their gifts are being sacrificed, and no one's paying attention. It's like people are just asleep. People are like walking dead. Like, we'll see this for a few days and we'll look past it, like we look past so many things that happen in life. Like we look past Prince Like we look past Michael Jackson, all these individuals that gave their life up, and how much the price of fame cost. It's costing in so many ways. And these beautiful vessels are here today and gone tomorrow. This young man was only 29 years old. And I'm saying to you just to think about the future that he had and the family that he had. And you can see in his face that he just loved what he did and the music that he produced, and the gift that he had. He put in work from 14 years old and became who he was. Um, I could go into how he produced music for Drake, Travis Scott, the song Sicko Mode, Pound Town, and 10 records that Sexy Red's team label, and herself, she's a part of that label. They didn't pay him for his work. And everybody's putting these claims on television saying, oh, we were in the final stages of getting him paid and we're going to make sure he gets his estate paid. He's gone. And his estate, what does it mean for a person to gain the whole world and lose their soul? And I'm not saying he lost his soul. I'm saying the people that sacrificially took the aura, the blessing that was on his life, and acted like it was nothing, and acted like he wasn't worth it to give him the money that he deserved for his work and the gift that was in him. And they didn't deserve him. They didn't deserve him any longer. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be here, but these people didn't deserve him. And nothing happens unless it's allowed in this universe by God. And I'm not going to say a higher power. And people don't deserve a gift like that in the earth. These people that take this artistry and this money, and they love the money so much, they're willing to sacrifice a life just to get the aura, just to get the blessing, just to get the energy. You know, chosen have an energy that people like to suck out of. They like to suck out your energy and leave you old looking, leave you tired, leave you without, and they're jealous, and people are, they want what you have, and they're greedy, and people like Sexy Red want it for free, and they will use what they need to keep you around. I believe that this young man was still producing music because he really believed this person was in his corner. And people have to pay for that. If she has a part in this, she's going to have to pay for it. I'm saying if I know some things that I just can't share because all of it that I say has to be said that it's alleged. But allegedly, she kept him around and he stayed around. And we got to stop people letting these leeches and these people that are money hungry and these individuals that don't mean us any good, we got to stop letting them linger around. We have to get them away from us. We have to allow God to remove them from our lives because they're only there for the energy that you have, because they're soulless. Their soul is gone. They have given up their soul. They've given away their souls, and they're soulless. And they need your energy to thrive. They need your energy to survive. And when you begin to be aware of who's around you, taking advantage of that energy, it's better to just be by yourself. It's better to walk away and not reach back. It's better to leave them folks alone. And apparently in March, they filed the paperwork. You know when March was? April, May, June, just 3 months ago. There is no way they were in any final stages to get anything when on television they said that they had not even been successful in serving the papers. Serving the paper. So how are you in the final stages of getting this money? Getting this money is in the final stages is that you've made an agreement and you've got some stuff signed. Not we're trying to serve you. Quit letting them fill you and fool you with a crock of BS. They were not in any final stage to get anything. Rich homie Quan, his sacrifice. He was sacrificed, allegedly. And that trial just went away. Threat, Woody's sidekick, the threat of the streets, sacrificed, out the way. These individuals taken out of the way so that others can go on and continue to get that money. Money is the root of all evil, and those that love it shall die filled with that greed, filled with money around them, and nothing to show for it. Nothing. Because you can't take anything with you. And you just can't. You can't take it with you. And he had every right to fight for what was his. Look at the price. Let me tell you something. Nobody gets away. Nobody gets away. That soul, that is an example of, that's an example of wrath. That's the word I hear. The wrath of God. The shock of it. The shock of it. If these individuals that were taken out before this does not send shock waves to you and have you getting up in the morning eating your cereal like nothing's happened, the shock of such a gift, the shock of it, I feel it right here. The shock of it. If it doesn't make you want to change your life, it doesn't make you want to wake up and see the time that we're living in, if it doesn't make you, when you look at that man's face on television, you see such an innocent's face. When you look at, oh gosh, Migos. When you look at that young man that died of the Migos, what is his name? Takeoff. When you look at his face and the gift that he brought, and the devil, he's using you guys and tricking you guys into thinking that you're getting somewhere. You're not getting anywhere. I hope Sexy Red sees this. I hope everybody that is Young Dolph's murderers and those that planned it, I hope they see this video. I hope and I pray that y'all see this, you that are in the industry for fame and fortune and for riches, that have been tied up. Cardi B, I hope you see this, that have been influenced because they have seen the greatness of the call on your life, and they have taken it and turned you around to work for them. I hope you see this. I hope y'all see this video, because I'm going to tell you something. Nobody gets away. And if you don't realize the aura, I watched China. China was a child Disney actor for years, and she worked for Tyler Perry for years, and she left the industry and wanted to do different and said she wanted to do God's work. Okay, China talked about the industry. You can look up her last name. But there were so many things that I watched today that is connected to this. I just want to say this, that those of you that are sacrificing lives so that you can get further ahead into the industry, that you want to be a part of all that and get that money, that fame and that fortune, and you want to get the quick way up, the quick way. Those of you that are taking these innocent vessels, sacrificing so you can get out of jail, sacrificing so you can make a few YouTube videos and not have to go without. Do you know what I found out? I found out that the more money you have is the more money you spend and the more money you need. Because once you get more money, you need more money because you're going to spend that money. And I found out that it is so important to know the scripture, that to be content in whatever state you find yourself in, whether you have a lot of money or a little money or in between money, to be satisfied with wherever you are, because the more money you get, the more lavish you want to live, the more things you're going to want to do. It's easier actually to live with less money than it is to live with a lot of money. And as soon as you have a lot of money, you get a lot of phone calls. And you get a lot of people asking you for money. And you get people wanting to get things and not want to give it back. Soon as you get money, you get that. As soon as you start making money, you get that. So, what am I trying to say tonight? And I'm not going to make it long. I'm going to keep it really short as I can. God is not playing. And he's seeing the sacrifices that you all are doing behind the scenes to get this wealth, to get this money, Sexy Red, to get this money, Glorilla, to get this money, Cardi B, to get this money, this shmoney. Yeah. God is seeing behind the scenes, and I don't care how you try to wipe that blood off your hands. That blood is still on your hands. And I didn't say blood was on you guys' hands. I'm just mentioning some names. But allegedly, somebody kept him close. Allegedly. He was still making money and making music, trusting and believing that that label was going to do right, not even knowing that his time was going to be cut short. Not even knowing this. He was next to that person just a week before he passed. Come on now. 29 years old, just passes away. And right now we don't know the causes. But let me tell you a lot of the causes of deaths right now that I know that God showed me. The easiest way to a death and get it swept under the rug is through fentanyl. What are they doing with fentanyl? They're putting it in narcotics, legal narcotics, making legal narcotics, oxycodones, making it look as if it's an oxycodone pill. And these individuals are taking Percocets and oxycodones like they're candy. and they're taking this and they're giving it to these individuals, and these individuals are coming up dead, unalive, because they're trusting the individuals that are giving these things to them alleged. Everything I'm saying is alleged, but that's the easiest way to take someone out in these times we're living in. Rich homie Quan, I believe, me, allegedly, and I think I did a video on it. Rich homie Quan, all of a sudden, knew he was called to be a witness in the trial with Young Thug, and he comes up, you already know. So how did he die? Allegedly. This is me saying alleged. The easiest way to take someone out, the easiest way, you keep on trusting what you're getting in these streets. You keep on trusting how you're overdosing and over abusing things. I'm telling you, they know the secret on how to take people out without a gun, without a knife, and no one around. And all they have to do is get someone that's close to you to give it to you, to make sure that you trust them. You got to live a life where you start not trusting anybody but yourself. You got to start living that life. Those of you that have that gift, that life aura, there are people that want to suck it out of you and get next to you and bleed you till you're dry, because they can't live without getting something real that comes from you. It's that aura, it's that energy that you have. Some of you have it and don't know why. People are attracted to you, or people are always wanting to be around, or people just want to get in your space to have you upset or have you engaged or have you whatever, because they are vampires. They're feeding off your energy because they have no life, no life force. And individuals like that, like Tay Keith, that has the ability to take simple beats and those beats become famous and make major music. That's an energy. That's a life force that nobody can imitate that. Nobody can imitate that. Now, there is an alternative that is put out there where people involve themselves with allowing other entities to get into their body and to take over them. And they call them spirits. And you can easily do that with alcohol. You can allow other entities to come into your body. I know people now that say they're not themselves unless they drink. No, they're another thing, another entity enters into them when they drink. Even Beyonce said that something else takes over her and she has this alter ego, and she had a name for it. Even Nicki Minaj used to say that. I don't think she does any longer, but there is an entity that enters in to their body and takes over. And when you allow yourself to be taken over by these entities, they want to set up shop every day, all day, whenever they can. And you become a slave to that thing. You become a slave to housing that entity, and that entity feels like it owns you. And you get to a point where you allow that entity to use you, to feed off of you, and you to take it to its next victim and its next victim and its next victim, so you can drain the energy out of these beings, these human beings, because we're human beings. And everybody doesn't have the same light force. There are some with little light, there's some with a lot of light. Well, Tay Keith had a lot of light, and he had a lot of energy. And you have to be careful who you surround yourself with. And you may think they're just a home girl in the hood. You may think it's just a homeboy in the hood. You may think they're just an ordinary person. And I know people are going to come at me. And when I say come at me for this video, I don't mean come at me and say bad things about me. I mean come at me because they can see. They can see this light that I have. They can see this aura, but they don't know I'm protected by angels. I'm protected, and not only that, I have the knowledge that I have for a reason, because I've been there. I've been down, been up, been down, been up, and I have learned that these beings are real that walk this earth. They are real vampire beings. They don't care. There's a video I want to show you, and I'm going to probably close with it, but they don't care. They don't care. I saw a video today, and I am going to close with it. And I'm not going to say forgive me. I heard some say forgive me for it. No, I'm not going to say forgive me for it. I'm going to say you just be aware. Just be aware that this young man's soul, when you see this young man's face, when you see how he touched people's lives, God is not playing behind this young man. He is not playing. He is not playing. That fame and fortune that you got from this, you better hope you didn't leave a thread of hair. You better hope you didn't leave. You better hope you better hope that your fame run lasts and it was worth what you did, because that young man should be still here today. And that young man did not choose to die. He chose to live. I look at what's her name's son, Regina King's son. They tried to say he committed unaliving himself. But that man was at the height of his career, excited about his band and getting ready to do some great things, and all of a sudden they said he's unalive, and you hardly even see her on the screen anymore. But there was a movie that she did, I think it's called 21 Seconds or something like that. She did not want to do that movie because it was about a woman's son unaliving himself. And right after she did that movie, her son was unalived. He unalived himself, they say. The price of fame, the sacrifice that y'all paid in this life, and that's what God wants me to really be pushing this video. The sacrifice that you actors and actresses pay. And yeah, I've had the Illuminati contact me. Yes, I have. Twice. Yeah. And I'll do that in another video maybe one day. It's not important to me. But I've had them contact me and tell me they were going to give me $1 million. And I'm sure they wanted to use some things that I have going on behind the scenes. They wanted to use that to flow their $1 million through to give me, and I will be happy with that little bit of money. But they know who to buy. They know who to come at. And they know who to come up, because they want to turn everyone that's good bad. We're living in a time where everything that's bad is called good and everything that's good is called bad. And they want to turn everything that's supposed to be for God's glory into bad. That's why I try to keep myself connected with the industry, because everybody that's good is not bad. And everybody that's good does not have to take the quick walk of fame and sacrifice their brother or their sister to get there, to get the money that they had gotten used to having. When you take someone out of the projects and give them a whole lot of money, it's going to be hard for them to want to go back to the projects or be down for a while. You have to realize that a person that's used to being up and down, having money and not having money, that's somebody like me. I'm used to having money, and you may not even think it's a lot of money. But I'm used to having money and not having money, and having money and not having money. I've learned God, thank you. I've learned how to be content in the state I find myself. And I don't care what people say when it looks like I don't have anything, because I have Him, because I have what I need. As long as I have what I need, I'm happy. I don't have to have your approval, fame, or fortune. I don't have to be seen all the time and try to make myself presentable to you all the time. Sometimes I'm in this house a big mess and I don't care because I'm in my house. And then we have to get ourselves together just to get outside. And I have to get myself together to do this video for you. Or I have to make sure I don't throw this wig off before I do this video. As soon as I'm done with this video, this wig is coming off. So I'm just saying to you that, yes, the Illuminati has contacted me twice. It's been some years ago. They'll probably contact me again. And I'm saying that there is a sacrifice to get a certain life, a certain lifestyle. There's a sacrifice and a price you pay. And if you're willing to pay that price, you can have it as soon as you want it, if you have the gifting that He wants. Because He wants someone that's gifted enough that's going to bring a lot of people with them. He wants that person that can pull a lot of people with them. So He's going to look for you, you and me, and you that have that gift. Will you be that person? Or will you walk away? He wanted me so bad because He didn't want me to have these messages come out to those individuals that are seeking to have their gift seen. He wanted me because He wanted me to be able to pull those individuals, because I have that gift. And I can pull an individual and I can pull them to right or I can pull them to wrong because I have that gift. Jesus even knew who He was when He was walking in the earth. Do you know who you are? You better know who you are. If you know who you are and you know what you're capable of, what you can do, that gift in your hand could be used for good or evil. Even the devil told Jesus, "You're the Son of God. You can make those stones into bread." And Jesus knew He could. Even Jesus knew on that cross that He could have called a legion of angels and destroyed everybody around Him and not died on that cross, because Jesus knew who He was. And I'm saying Jesus, but I'll call Him Yeshua. He knew who He was. Some of you know who you are, and you don't have much time. You don't have much time to pick a side, to make a choice, to make a decision. Some of you have been approached with individuals like me into your life, and you've known that that person was different that approached you. And if you don't know you've been encountered by an angel or by a gifted person or by somebody that's chosen, and you haven't making a decision to change your life or being used by the devil. Yeah, you're being used by the devil, somebody I'm talking to, and you know you're being used by the devil, and you're always getting on my Instagram, or you're always doing certain kind of videos because you know the power that you have. Some of you are at the edge of sacrificing to get to that next level. Some of you are at the edge of losing yourself completely to that spirit taking over you. Some of you are right there and you know it, and you're struggling with your identity and you're struggling with whether you should be authentic or continue this farce that you've been on, I'm here to tell you, don't continue the farce. Be authentically who you are and come out from among them and be separate, saith the Lord. I want you to see this video. I'm going to put it on mute. And then I'm going to let you watch it. And I'm going to close this video. This is a video called They Got 'Em. And it was about Tay Keith. And it has something to do with Sexy Red. And this commentator that did this video showed her in a light that I think what she said, she wasn't lying. And what this commentator said, you can go to his channel. His channel's name is, let me just go ahead and subscribe and tell you his name. More Black Balloon. He has 130 something subscribers. And it's BLAKKBLLOON. You can go to his channel, and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I want you to get to this part, and I want to let you watch it. And I'm going to turn my phone around, and hopefully you can hear it, okay? All right, let me get to it. Do you think this is on his channel. I'm going to let him read a little bit and then come in with it, okay? All right.
Ratchet females, Drake need that, you know. It's guys like Drake who are, you know, they're like obsessed with girls like that. But anyway, she comes from a life where you don't know anything about industry shit, sacrifice, deals with the devil, so on and so on, right? You could just tell once she got into the industry, certain things have to happen for you to pay for that success.
Yeah, they said that I sell my soul. Should I just tell them the truth? You sold it for a double cheeseburger with mac sauce. With extra onions on it, baby. Don't play. It's time for me to just keep it a honey with child. Like, yes, they got me in this shit. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it. I did. I'm in this shit, man. I'm in this shit. Yo, that's what y'all wanted to hear. Now I'm saying. They talking about stop playing. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati here. Yes.
I was kind of surprised, but wasn't surprised at the same time. So this is on TMZ, and it says she was in a legal fight. Well, and it says that Tay Keith was in a legal fight with Sexy Red label over money, and this was not resolved when he died, basically. So says D'Amica Davis, attorney for the Rebel label, tells TMZ Sexy Red is overwhelmed with grief at the devastating loss of her dear friend and artistic collaborator Tay Keith. Tay was a brilliant artist, and through his close musical partnership with Sexy, he became a genuine friend to everyone at Rebel. So it says royalty negotiations are handled by labels, not artists. We know that. And I've worked closely with the legal counsel and team for Tay Keith to finalize the royalty agreement to fully compensate him for his valuable contributions as a musical collaborator with Sexy Red. In fact, we were in the final stages of getting Tay Keith fully compensated before his shocking passing this week. We are expediting the finalization of this work with Tay Keith's attorney so that full payment can be made to his estate as soon as possible. For some reason, I just don't believe that. For some reason, I don't believe that. So just so happened that y'all was in the final stages when he died. That shit don't even make no sense. Said this.
Okay, that's it. Now read my lips. Read my lips. You're going to pay. Whoever is responsible for this young man's death, you have to pay the price of that sacrifice. Allegedly. This is Graceful Exposure, signing out. God bless the family, and we're devastated for those that knew him and those that didn't. And they're in our prayers. Good night.